Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading. This is for everyone. This is for any sign, anyone who has been drawn to this message. This message is meant for you. We're just going to see what Spirit has for you today for a love reading, what is coming into you, what is next for you, and any guidance Spirit has for you. So welcome everybody. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Welcome back to all of my subscribers. So grateful always for your love and support. Spirit, what is it that you want us to know? What is going on around us and our connections? What is important for us to know? I am listening for you now. Let's see what the cards are saying today. I have restraints. I have a passage. I have an apology. And I have blinded. Okay. So the first thing energy-wise, I always like to get a couple of cards down on the table for some energy. So just this feeling of crossing over, okay, that wherever we are right now, if we are in a situation where we've put things on hold, we're not quite talking to each other, we've turned our backs on each other, cold shoulder, something like that. I do feel like there's this crossing over point. So maybe we are going to mend the fence, so to speak, cross that bridge with these apologies. Maybe there's something that has happened. Spirit's saying there's still a lot of heat and passion in this connection. So it's not something that they're willing to walk away from, or you might not be willing to walk away from. Let's see what the cards are saying. Spirit, what is it that you want us to know? What is important in this connection? I have a 4 cups, 7 of swords, a lover's card, and I have a 7 of wands. So there is some defensive going on. There's some maybe arguments. There could be things came out of the woodwork. Things came forward. The truth came out. Spirit just said. So, sometimes when we hear the truth, we don't want to hear it, but we need to hear it so that we can move on. Now, the positive is the Lover's card, that this is still a strong connection. And there's also this feeling of, I don't want to give up on this connection. So even if we've had some misunderstandings, some rejection, some secrets, you've been hiding things from me, however you want to say it in this connection. And they're saying the bottom of the deck is a 2 of cups. So it's still a loving connection. There's still a connection here like no others. Now, it could be a twin flame connection, and we're going through some kind of twin flame cycle, but I still feel like I'm attached to this person. They still feel like they want to be with you. And I'm just waiting. Bottom of the deck, I have a 9 of wands. So this clock, this waiting, right? Things are moving slowly, getting over some hurdles, getting over some pain or conversations, or listening to the apologies, waiting for some clarity in the situation. So we have had some turbulence, is the word Spirit is sharing with me. We've had some turbulence, and it's been some difficult days, and I want it to either come back to normal and make this all go away. Let's see where we're going. I have an 8 of cups. I have a 7 of cups. And I have a 4 cups. So this feeling of either they walked away emotionally, they either abandon this connection. You may feel like they have pulled away, not sure what they're thinking, knowing that they maybe want to see what else is out there. And maybe they did walk away. Maybe they felt that they weren't happy in this relationship, or they were interested in somebody else. but their feelings still haven't changed. I feel like this is just like a lot of soul searching going on with them. Like they had to go away for a while in order to find themselves or figure out what it is that they wanted. And then let's see where they're headed. So I still have a Queen of Wands. So they're still desiring you. Eight of Swords and a Nine of Cups. They were really happy and content when they were with you. And now you're blocking them out because they probably did hurt you. So you have been blocking them out, but you're a queen. They see the best in you. They still see that they're still attracted to you. They've had time to think about it. And they're starting to realize and remember that you were really good together. You were great together. And sometimes you have to be away from somebody in order to appreciate what you had. Spirit, please share with me. What else do you want me to know? The Page of Cups. There's my apology. I do feel like this person is going to reach out if they haven't already. They're going to start talking to you. They're going to start saying, you know, I've realized what we had now that we haven't been now that we've been apart. I realize what I'm missing. I realize that, you know, you were really good for me, or you were the best thing, or I made the biggest mistake in my life. And I do feel like they're going to come back with some kind of offer, all right, that I can't help but think about you. It's like I still have you in my head. You just pop into my head. I think about you. And it is a lot of feelings around, can't we just talk? You know, can't we just get through this? So maybe somebody's trying to reach out and doing that crossing over, you know, crossing over from where we are right now to where we were and seeing if we can get back what we had. Now, some of you are going to say in the comments, I'm never taking them back. I don't want them back. And others of you are going to be open to, if that's what Spirit wants for us and it's meant to be, then I will listen to what they have to say and then decide, you know, something like that. But only you can decide what is best for you. If you don't want this person back, then there's lots of new love readings out there and singles readings. But this is leaning in the direction of no contact, somebody wanting to cross back over. You made me see a side of me that I've grown to hate. So maybe they needed to go out on their own to see their immaturity or their behavior or how they were affecting you or how they hurt you. You know, maybe they needed to be separated from you for that reason. I never truly moved on, even though I appeared so. So if they've been putting on an act, life is good, I'm with somebody else, everything is wonderful, I've never been so happy, they haven't forgotten about their queen. They haven't forgotten that you're the one that really still excites them, and they were really happy with you. So sometimes people put on a show. I have not given up on you, even though it may seem like it. So even if you haven't heard from this person could still be thinking about you. They could still be wondering, what are you thinking and feeling? What could happen next? So soulmates in separation. I wish I could have been emotionally available and let you in. So maybe they've had some time to think about it. Maybe if you give them a second chance, one of the first things you talk about is, you have to share with me your feelings. You can't just run when it's not perfect. So maybe we're going to have some deep conversations about what we could do to heal, something like that. One day, I believe we will be together again. So I do feel that. I feel like it is a reconciliation of some kind. I'm scared you will not accept me. So there's fear that you won't take them back. You don't want to talk to them. You've blocked them. You don't have any interest. You don't know how it could be repaired. And you might not think that there's anything they can say to you that would change your mind. So that could be going on too. So it all depends on if you're willing to talk. I kick myself for sabotaging this relationship. My life won't be the same. So whatever they did to hurt this connection, it's they still believe that one day we will be together. So they know they sabotaged this relationship somehow, and whatever happened. But they still in their heart of hearts feel like, I know we're still going to end up together. I don't know how we're going to get there. We've got to cross over this bridge. We've got to communicate. We've got to reconnect somehow. So I do feel like they are ashamed of how they treated you, or embarrassed by some of the things that they said and did. But maybe those are things that we can forgive and forget, and we can heal. It really just depends on what has been, what words have been spoken, and the feelings at stake. I want to make you smile again. I want to make you happy. So I believe that one day, I believe that we will be together again. And I want to make you happy. So that says a lot, doesn't it? If they could make you happy again, could you be happy with this person again? Could you actually see yourself smiling again with them? Can you put the past behind you and just move on? Are you able to do that? You might be able to do that. It really depends on this connection. But if they want to come back, I think they're trying to come back. Independent. I admire your freedom to be who you truly are. So you've become very independent in the meantime. Maybe you have grown, you're working on yourself. Maybe you have done a lot of healing on your own. So maybe they're really proud of some of the things that you've been doing on your own without them in your life, something like that. I have lies. I can't seem to do what's right. So how do we get over the lies? How do we get over that I know that I lied to you or that I hurt you? And that's probably what's at the heart of all of this. When somebody lies to you, it's really hard to get over. So they have to have a good reason for what they have been doing or saying. You feel so far away. You feel distant. If you're soulmates and certainly twin flames, you physically can feel the distance between the two of you. And it's oftentimes very painful. It's even though you're not together, you swear you can still feel them. All of the anger I hold back is burning me up from inside, and I have a lot of rage. So this person could be very angry, but they may have brought it on themselves. They may have, sabotaged this relationship all on their own, and their rage is their own doing. So that's something they have to work through. They're riddled with guilt and shame, and they feel guilty. So I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised by that. They have lots of shame, lots of guilt, and they miss you, is what Spirit just said. Spirit, what else do you want us to know in this connection? What is important for us to know? Is this connection going to reconnect? Do we want to reconnect? Do you find it in your heart to bring us together? What is going on in this connection? Let's see. I have a King of Wands. So there's the passion. There's still this burning desire for you. Page of Cups. There's my apologies again. Two of Wands. I still see a future. So I still have a burning desire for you, and I still see a future with you. So this person's still really, really hopeful. They may be living in a pipe dream as far as you're concerned, or you may be saying, well, I'm glad that they're at least thinking along the lines of that I want to come back, but they do at least want to apologize. So that's a starting point. I have a Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. They don't want to give up on this connection. They still believe that we should be together. The Hierophant, there's still this sense of, I feel like we're meant to be together, or it's a soul connection. Spirit brought us together. Nothing can take us apart. and a Six of Cups. So they're doing a lot of thinking about you. They're doing a lot of reminiscing and a lot of nostalgic feelings coming out, you know, whether it's music or things that you guys did together, where you ate, pictures on their phone, you know, all kinds of things, you know, and it's always those moments and times they just pop into your head where you think that you're moving on and then all of a sudden the past comes back. And that's what's going on here. Maybe this person put on a good show with they were moving on and you've been healing, and all of a sudden the past is coming back and we don't know what we're going to do. I have a son. Look at how beautiful that is. I have a son. Could be a new beginning. Could be a feeling of, you know, can we try again? Can we start over? Will this time, can we make it work? A lot of people reconcile and a lot of people are successful having a reconciliation. They needed that space and time to decide what it is that they both wanted. So let's see what the feelings are. Spirit, what do you have for this connection? What is important? Feeling unworthy. Maybe they made you feel unworthy and you can't get over that. Like, you walked away, you hurt me, you lied to me. So maybe you've been really working on your self-worth, and that's really hard to, you know, think about, that they could hurt you again. My friends say that I focus too much on you. Maybe I can't get this person out of my mind. You deserve so much more than I can give you. So this person knows that they have done wrong by you in some respects. I can't stand not being there with you. So there's I'm starting to really miss you. I don't know what's going on in your life. You're everything I wanted but could never have. So they sabotaged it. They ran out of fear, I'm afraid of commitment, whatever the reason was, but they sabotaged it. I would give anything if I could just hold you. It's almost like I want to say again. So here's this sun, and here's their heart. I'm going to say it that way. Their heart is saying, I don't know what's going to happen next with us, but I do miss you tremendously. And I would give anything if I could just hold you. And then I want to write like again. So I am feeling that this person is going to be reaching out to you and wanting to talk and wanting to see what both of our feelings are, seeing if we even are open to what's going to happen next. I want to leave the past behind and move on. That is what they really want to work on. So that's up to the two of you and Spirit. I want to take care of you, but I can't right now because of money problems. Maybe they've been trying to repair their life. Maybe they can't offer you what you need. So maybe that's something we still have to talk about. I don't mean to be so selfish. So there's probably an ego involved. I don't care what others think. I just want to be with you. So part of me feels like they're not going to listen to anybody else's opinions, friends, family, anything, anybody who gives their 2 cents, somebody who they used to listen to. I grew up with a bad role model. I'm not sure I know how to give and express the love that you deserve. And I almost feel like I want to say, but I'm willing to learn. So maybe they need to learn how to be in a committed relationship and how to stay and work through some difficult times. So those things we can work on. I have your back no matter what happens. Now, this tells me that I want to be in your life no matter what, that this person's going to love you forever. This person's always going to have your back. If you picked up the phone and said, I need you, they're going to show up. So there's still that connection here. I think we have somebody that wants to come back. I feel like we have somebody that they just want to hold you again. And we need to talk and we need to figure out what our feelings are. So we are going to put this out into the universe to help heal you both today. I want to thank Spirit for this reading. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Thank you always for my subscribers, for your comments. You can claim this reading. You can use this reading as a manifestation for the person that you're thinking of today. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com.